Hey, welcome to Online Marketing's List Builder series. This is step 2 where we're going to use Zap and GMass automation to connect to Google Sheets. So welcome to List Builder Automation step 2, adding contacts to your list automatically. In this video tutorial, I will walk you through setting up the system where anyone who emails you can be automatically added to your list. And then in another lesson, you're going to learn how to automatically generate a GMass welcome campaign that automatically sends out 4 emails to any new contacts. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you the option of sending a sequence of follow-up emails automatically. Here's an overview of the process. So step 1, someone sends you an email to your Gmail address. So step 2 is a Zapier Zap detects that new email and automatically copies the sender's email address and any other information you specify into your Google Sheets, which we've previously set up. Step 3 is that GMass reads your Google Sheet every hour or however often you want it to read it and detects all the new rows in the spreadsheet. Then step 4, the automatic email feature in GMass will then send the contact the welcome series email sequence we're going to develop in the steps later on in the course. Now I want to make sure you have the Google Sheets ready and formatted like we said in the previous video. For the purpose of this tutorial, the format I will use has the columns in the sample Excel spreadsheet that's available as a download just below this video in the portal. I've also made available a Word document of this tutorial in a step-by-step process just below in this portal as well. And you'll want to open this up and follow along in the video. So pause the video now and open up these 2 documents. And then we're going to create your Zap. Zapier is a web service for connecting other web services, and it can be really handy. So signing up and basic features are free. So to sign up and create your first Zap, go to zapier.com. Okay, so I want you to pause the video right now and then go to zapier.com and just open up a free account. It's very easy to do, just takes a few minutes. And then come right back and start the video when you've opened your free account. So here we are at Zapier.com, and the first thing that we're going to want to do is try to find the right Zap. So we want to, it says, what do you want to automate today? We want to automate Gmail going to Google Sheets. So and when this happens, we want to, we want to take a new email and create a spreadsheet row. So we want to connect Gmail to Google Sheets, and we want to have a new email create a spreadsheet row. So let's use this Zap. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's asking us to select the Gmail account. This is not it. For the demonstration purposes, we're going to use Samantha's try-on PEMF. So let's see if we can find that account. Here's Samantha's account. And we're going to allow Zapier to do this. And there it is. So now let's just test it. And the little thing says, Zapier connected to our Google account. That's just fine. So we just want to send a test. Hey, it was successful. So here's the account. Try on PMF at Gmail. We've successfully tested the account. So now we want to save and continue. Let's see, if no label mailbox is selected, Zapier will trigger on all emails, including drafts. And to keep things simple, this is what we're going to do. So any email that's coming into this account is automatically going to get added to the Google Sheets. Anything that gets sent to the inbox Alright, so it's picked up a sample to set up your Zap. Here are some samples from our Gmail account. I picked a, let's see. Alright, I think they just sent us that one. Oh, this is the one that I sent to make sure that there was an email in there because it's a fresh account. I'm going to use that one. You can use either one, doesn't really matter. Now we have to search for an app to put it in. And we're not going to create a spreadsheet because we've already created it. Okay, so what we want to do, so this isn't the right account, so we want to connect an account. Now this may be simpler for you because you may only just have one account. So we're going to choose, as you can see, I've got too many accounts, so we're going to connect Samantha's account, and we're going to allow this. And yes, that's the one. Send a test to make sure. Yep, test is successful. So we save and continue. Alright, so now we have it set up so that Google Sheets will be updated with a spreadsheet row. Alright, here we are on the step where Zapier is going to pick which spreadsheet we're going to work from. Now, the spreadsheet that we're going to look for is the CRM spreadsheet, and you just drop down this menu, and it's going and looking for, in your spreadsheets, all the different spreadsheets that are there. Ours is CRM, and we're picking that option. Now, if you're not finding your spreadsheet that you want to use, you can go back and by just going over here on the side number 2 actions and just clicking on these different steps. If you click on them, it will take you back to those steps. So if you're not seeing your spreadsheet, you may not be connected to the right account. So make sure you go back and connect to the right account if you're not seeing your spreadsheet. Fortunately, we are seeing our CRM list that we're using, and then we're looking for the worksheet. So remember, down at the bottom of each spreadsheet there was a little list, and we changed ours to read master list. So this step is looking for the right worksheet. So it's got to have the right spreadsheet and it's got to have the right worksheet. So we've already filled this in before, but I just want to show you how to get that. So we had a master list. Down at the bottom we had those little tabs that showed master list. There was a test that we did. We used that worksheet for sending out a test. And then we have clients and prospects, and you may have others. If you have other sheets, worksheets on your spreadsheet, it will show up here. So you just click the right one that you want. And as you develop different lists, you're going to want to take it off of the different worksheets. But for this demonstration and for our setup, we're going to go off of the master list. Now, here are all the different fields that are showing in the headers of that worksheet. So you've got the name, first name, last name, email, the segment, which was where the source of the email of the contact came from. And then I added date entered. Date entered is a good one that we're going to be able to pull the information from the email, and it's going to allow you to do different segmentations. Like you can say to all the people that have been emailed to me or have requested information to me this week or this month that you want to send them a separate email. So I added date entered. And if these are not the right ones, say you want to go back and change your sheet to add a field or add a header or take off a header, then you just click this refresh fields, and it's going back into that spreadsheet and looking at it and going, yep, okay, these are the right ones now. So now we've refreshed the fields and we have the fields from our spreadsheet in there. And what we're going to do is now fill in these fields from the spreadsheet. All right, the first thing we're going to do is go to the name field and we click on this little plus button over here. And we scroll down to the from name field and we click on that. Now it will fill in whoever the email is from. The first name and the last name we're going to leave alone because we're going to autofill that with a little formula that we're going to input in our spreadsheet. And we go down to the email field and we click on this button and we scroll down to from email. We click that in. And segment, you can put whatever you want in this segment, but since this is coming from the Zap Gmail automation, I'm putting in their segment Zap Gmail to automatically fill that in. And date entered, we can scroll down and pick up the date that the email was sent. Right there's the date. And phone number and your question. Click on this. And we're going to want to go all the way down to the bottom of this. So you grab the little bar and take it all the way down to the bottom. And you click on this raw snippet field. Now that is going to fill in one column. It's going to fill in your name, phone number, and the question. So that's going to be all in one column. It's not ideal, but it's auto-filled in there and it will have all that information in your spreadsheet. Now, if you want to cut and paste or delete some of this information manually, that's completely up to you. So now we'll continue, press continue, and this is loading the Zap automation, and the test was successful. So this finishes up installing the Zap automation. Now you want to turn this Zap on and we're going to test it manually. And let's go see it on our dashboard. So here it is. We got a couple other Zaps that we've done, but this is the one we had. We're calling this Zap Gmail to Sheets #1 for try on PMF. And you can see how you can turn it off or you can turn it on. And we're going to leave it. Now, if you want to go back and edit this for whatever reason, you just click on this little down button, go and click edit, and you can go back and make whatever changes that you want. So to see how this has done, we're going to go and run a test. All right, so we're going to test this thing and see how it's working. So the test that we're going to do, we're at Samantha's Facebook page. We're going to send her an email from the button on her Facebook page. So the test we're going to run is we push the button on the Facebook page that opened up my email, which is in Outlook. It automatically addressed her email in the correct field, so that's a good thing. And these are the 3 fields that we can send her that's auto-filled in there. So we're going to put my name, my phone number, and the question, is this working? And we push send. Now this will go to her Gmail account, and then from her Gmail account, the Zap that we just installed is going to autofill that into her CRM Sheets spreadsheet. So let's go see if it worked. Hey, so for step 1 definitely works. We're able to send an email. We were able to send an email from this button here from her Facebook page. And really you can have any post on there. You can say, for more information, send it to this email address. And any email that comes into her Gmail account And you can see that there it is, the email, John Golitz, my phone number. Is this working? Now, this information, my name and the question and everything, is all going to be auto-filled into the CRM list from the Zap. So let's go and check out her CRM list. Now, this is only checking every 15 minutes or so, so we may have to come back to this thing and refresh it. Let's just see if it's auto-filled in there. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet. We're going to come back in a few minutes. So here we are back at the CRM spreadsheet, and you can see it automatically, less than 15 minutes, automatically filled in there. Now you can see we have the first and last name in the first column under the name column, and the first name and the last name columns are empty. So everything else filled in, looked good. Everything looks good. Just move that out like that. So all the fields were filled in. So here's what we're going to do in order to autofill these first and last names. We've got a little bit of spreadsheet magic formula here. So we just need to put in this formula, and this formula will be on the instructions. You can basically just copy and paste it, or you can do it and follow along with me. So the first thing you want to do is highlight, you click on the first name column in the blank column underneath the first name header, and put equals, and then split, and then begin parentheses, and then go and click on cell A2, which has the full name, and then you want to put a comma, and then begin parentheses and a space. The space is very important because that's telling the formula to go back to the first space and cut and paste there, and then another quotation marks and end of the parentheses. Press enter, and ta-da! Now, in order to make sure this does it for the rest of it, we want to go and do the same formula. Equals, split, parentheses, click on B2, comma, begin quote, space. All right, now there's nothing in there, but if I would put in there test this, you can see it splits it. So now, if we want to make sure that this goes for all the cells, because in order to have the cells fill in with this formula and not do a series, you have to basically have to highlight these two cells, and then you grab this little box here and you just pull it all the way down. And now these will autofill all the way down. So you can either do that and make sure in advance and make sure the names that are coming in here are going to be split, or you can just do it as it comes in and autofill it. So now if you want to get rid of this value, say you've got all these names in here and you wanted to get, let's see, we'll put in Bob Smith's name. I could type. All right, so say you want to get rid of, see, you click on this and see how there's a formula in there. What if you wanted to get rid of those formulas? All you need to do is highlight it, press Control C, and then we're going to press Control Shift and V, which basically copies it and then pastes it back in there without any values. Now the formula is gone, just the name. So you can take out this name without any kind of error message. So that's how you do it. You just follow one step at a time. The formula is really easy. It's equal, split, S-P-L-I-T, begin parentheses, the cell that you want to split, a comma, quotation, a space, end of quotation, end of parentheses, and there's your formula. And we have this formula put into the written instructions that you can find just below this video in the portal. So you can either copy and paste it or just type it right in there. And then you just drag and drop it all the way down, and as names come in here, they will get auto-filled. The next step will be for us to set up a Zap that's going to take these names and automatically send them out an email. So for now, this tutorial has shown you how to set up your Facebook page so you have a send email button and have the email come into your Gmail account and then automatically get entered onto your CRM list. So that's the end of this tutorial. Thanks a lot.